Hello people, so today I'm going to be growing setting leeks and broad beans. Okay, so we've got Leeks Line 2 Prize Taker. These are hopefully going to be really cool. And broad beans the Sutton, which are ideal for small gardens. You see that there? Ideal for small gardens. So small is beautiful. So these are ideal for small beautiful gardens. In fact, not even small, don't even have to be beautiful gardens, but a great variety, and I've grown these before. So why would I grow leeks? Well, I would grow leeks the same reason I would grow broad beans, because I want to eat them. No, but basically broad beans and leeks are cold hardy crops, and I'm going to be having them out in the garden in late spring when frosts are still possible. So there we go. So let's show you my approach to growing them. So I'm just going to turn the old camera down here so you can see what I've got in front of me here. Now, the top of windowsill propagators. The reason I'm putting plant pots in these is because I don't want water to drip out all over the windowsills when I water them. So I'm sure that you people can understand that. And I'm going to be using this one here. And this cell tray here I'm going to be using to plant my broad beans in. Doesn't that look fantastic? Okay, so you can see by looking there, I've filled these up with just basic multi-purpose compost. So let's start with broad beans the Sutton. So let's have a look at what these seeds look like. Let's just rip a corner off. Oh wow! Look at that. They all look about the same. Nice, eh? So anyway, what we're going to do is take this cell tray here. So there's 10 cells here because I'm going to grow 3 guesses, 10 plants, all being well. So what I do is I simply put them in like this, and I put them eye up, because that's the bit, you see that black bit at the top there, look? That's where the beans will grow from. So put that in there, facing up. Now broad beans, you can actually have them in the year before, so you can plant them in the ground in October, November time, and what they proceed to do is just stick their heads above the ground and stay there. They overwinter and stay there until the spring, with which they can get a head start. And some people say if you do that, you can miss the black fly. You can get your crop before the black fly comes and away you go. But I'm not 100% sure about that, but some people believe in it. So you put that in like that, look. And I put that in there and I cover it over. This is how Dan grows broad beans. Now I'm going to put the rest back because there's quite a lot more left actually. So whoops, just dropping them all over the floor. So I'm quite happy about that. None of the seeds look diseased or any rotten whatever. And I'm just going to put my cover over like that of compost. So anyway, next. So get the idea here, look, I've got some pots here, and let me get my leeks again. Let's have a look at them. I believe the leek is the national vegetable of Wales. Please correct me if I'm wrong or confirm if I'm correct, because I forget things. Let's have a look. Now, let's open them up, look. There we go. Nice seeds, aren't they? Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pinch my seeds in there like that. Now I'm not being too specificity. I'm simply just scattering them in, if I can just move it like that, any old how. I'm going to set them relatively, thick, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a technique, and it can cause amusement. It's called pricking them out. Okay, so what you do is you put them in sorry, what you do is you put them in like that, look, cover it up, Just like that. Just like that. And we're going to do the same with this one. I'm just going to push it down. There's some bit of lower level compost there. And I'm going to get my seeds and scatter them over the specific required area of where it's required. And I'm going to put a bit more in. Now, this is a great way of growing leeks. It really is. And some people have said to me, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing them like that. Look, you do it this way." And I say, nah. It's the way my mum showed me. My mum showed me this years ago. She did, and it works because mum knows best. So you put them in like that. Look. So that goes in there. And then all I do is water them. And from that simple bit of from that simple bit of what's the term? Preparation and seed setting, I can get so many plants. And I'm going to get 10 broad bean plants from that, providing they all germinate. And goodness knows how many, leeks from that. Probably in excess of 50 from 2 tiny little pots like this, a bit of compost, some water, the bottom of the top of a seed propagator, and then put it inside in a windowsill. So the next stage for this is I'm going to take them inside and put them on the windowsill, and probably in about 2 weeks, less than that maybe, they are going to germinate. So I'm very happy about that, and what I'm going to be doing is focusing very much, at least at this time of the year, on excuse me, things that people who don't have a massive garden, who don't have loads of space or loads of time, can focus on. And I think that probably represents most people who are into gardening. They either don't have much time, haven't got much land, if any land. They might be borrowing a bit of land off of someone or growing in a community garden. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And you've seen before the very small patch at the moment I'm using for growing vegetables in. But making a start with leeks and broad beans. So if you want to follow my lead, if you do something like this, you can even grow maybe 5 or 6 leeks and maybe 2 or 3 broad bean plants. Something very minimal. But the productivity that one can get from this is enormous. Seriously, it is. So get yourself some leeks and broad beans if you like them, and do this, and you will be very much surprised at just how much you can get from this. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Stay tuned, and things are going to be incredibly cool here. I'm convinced of it as I stare at my geraniums over here that need a water. Yeah, I can feel the spring coming. I truly can. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Comment down below, and see you in the next video. Hello peeps. So anyway, today we're going to be doing broad beans and we're going to be doing leeks. And what I'm going to be doing is playing a little bit of blues to the plants, because apparently plants appreciate beautiful music. So how beautiful the music's going to be that I'm going to play is another matter, but it's going to be called Windy Blues, okay? Now, not necessarily windy as in what one may experience after eating broad beans, but what one is currently experiencing the windy weather here in the UK. In fact, there's apparently been a bit of tree damage. So anyway, Windy Blues, here we go. You know what's coming. The wind is coming. Wind is here. It's you and me. We're in the tunnel getting windy. Yes, we are. Oh, yeah, yes, we are. Windy outside, windy in here. Oh, yeah. Nice and warm in the party tunnel. We don't know what to do, but we're gonna set some plans.